Hello, today's Wednesday, February 5th, 2025, and I am Jason Shapiro with crowdedmarketreport.com. So, how are we doing? It's tough to argue with the stock market here. The tone clearly is good. If we are going to define a bull market as one that goes up on good news and fights off bad news, then clearly this is a bull market. Doesn't matter what you throw at it. DeepSeek, tariffs, Google earnings that disappointed and had Google down, which is a large stock, obviously a lot today. Doesn't matter. Nasdaq closed up, S&P closed up, Dow closed up, Russell closed up. All strong. Tone is very good here. Shorting this market is not, it's not the time. Okay, and I know I say that a lot, but the tone is clearly telling you that. Until this thing can stop going up on whatever news, clearly the tone is bullish. So that's really all there is to say about that. Bonds are amazing. Up again today, and really just squeezing. And we see, we know that people were very bearish bonds coming in to this year, fixed income. And we see this little chart here, which is the short interest on the TLT, which has just exploded. So you got to think that this is a good old-fashioned short squeeze in fixed income, which is clearly not hurting the stock market either, right? People had such a higher expectations for higher rates, and if rates are going lower, then it's probably a good thing for the stock market, and that probably has something to do with why the stock market refuses to go down. On the back of those lower U.S. rates was a lower U.S. dollar, although it did come off quite a bit. You can see that the Aussie came off a little bit. British came off a lot, quite frankly. Canada actually closed down on the day. The yen was up a lot, came off a little bit. The euro was up a lot, came off a little bit. Swiss came off a little bit too. So not a great day for being short dollar, but a profitable one. Tomorrow we have big news out of the Bank of England. So we'll see how the pound reacts to that, if it can hold, should they do something that we don't want to hear them do, and see how it trades. But I kind of got a feeling that's why the thing really didn't run away today. People are a little hesitant in front of the Bank of England and maybe squaring up, but I don't know. But either way, dollar was down today. I thought it should have been down more based on everything else, but it was what it was. And the metals, silver was up a lot in the morning on the weaker dollar, and as the dollar sort of caught a little bit of strength, silver really got crushed. I would definitely call that sort of a weak day for silver. And gold was the same thing. Gold was up a lot, came off a lot. These things are getting a little bit extended to me. Particularly gold in the positioning stuff. Certainly looks like, to me, it's getting a little extended here. So, not my favorite trade, although I'm not shorting it at this point, but just watching. And energy went down. And, stocks up, interest rates lower, energy lower. It just seems like Mr. Trump is getting at this point everything he wants, except, of course, Bitcoin is not trading very well at all. Has not traded well. And first we'll point to the fact that we're seeing speculators pretty long Bitcoin here, which they have not been. They came into here short. Thing ripped and they got long. They kind of got long into the dip here, right? But not trading well, not trading great. Probably not the best asset to be long at this point. Much easier to be long stocks, quite frankly. And the meme coins, which I've talked about as what I thought, if there was such a thing as a bubble that existed right now, that was it. People don't even pretend that meme coins have a value. You can make arguments about Bitcoin having real value and being a real asset because it's being used and it could probably be used more later. But these meme coins, no one even argues with. So Fartcoin is down 80% in 2 weeks, 80% in 2 weeks. That's a crash. That thing's crashed. And that's fine. They should get rid of these things anyway. Let them all crash, But things like Ripple are down quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, last month. We're having a little bit of a shakeout here, I think, in crypto. And maybe that's why Bitcoin is not acting that well. It's not acting horribly, but people consider it to be a risk asset, given that risk assets are moving up. And this thing's not trading well here. Tone not great there. Certainly not like the tone in the stock market, which is the exact opposite, or the tone in the bond market for that matter, which is very good as well. So those are kind of the thoughts of what I'm seeing here. We do know that the positioning in the Dow futures certainly are showing at least the smallest amount of net longs that we've seen in a long, long time. They're not super short, but on a relative basis compared to history, they are. The last time we were at these levels was here, right? And then they got long here, and then, okay, it came off. But positioning is not going to get in the way, at the very least, of this stuff going up. So that's not going to be the issue. Might be other issues. We have data coming out and all that, but, the payrolls on Friday and all that. But positioning is not going to be the issue here, okay, of anything. So anyway, those are the thoughts for today, the 5th of February. I hope that helps. I hope everybody's doing well out there. And I hope you check us out at crowdedmarketreport.com. And please like this video if you liked it. All right? We'll talk to you again soon. Take it easy.